Hello everyone, you're watching cryptoTV, India's first 24/7 streaming crypto channel. I'm Vinita Chatterjee, leading you into the world of digital currencies, and here are the headlines. IMF says regulating crypto, CBDC top structural issues for India. Cryptocurrencies trade mixed, Bitcoin above $41,000. IMF warns crypto mining could aid countries hit by sanctions. Coinbase launches NFT marketplace for beta testing. Mindtree to step up investment in Metaverse. Investors turn hopeful on spot Bitcoin ETF approval after Teucrium fund. NBA announces dynamic Ethereum NFTs for playoffs. Cryptoinvestor Framework Ventures launches $400 million fund for Web3 DeFi. India faces several key structural challenges in the medium term, which includes framing regulations for crypto assets along with digital currency, while attempting to address the remaining regulatory concerns in the banking sector and integrating with the global economy, the International Monetary Fund has said. Regulating crypto assets is certainly high on the agenda for India when it comes to mid-term structural issues that the country needs to address in the coming years. Tobias Adrian, Financial Counselor and Director of the Monetary and Capital Markets Department, told a publication at the sidelines of the annual spring meeting of the World Bank. The IMF official said the multilateral agency within the Financial Stability Board were trying to come up with global standards for crypto asset regulations. While welcoming India's move to tax crypto assets, Adrian said that it was important for India to also adopt the global standard on the asset. Cryptocurrencies traded mixed after giving up some of their intraday gains, mirroring other risk assets, while Bitcoin continued to remain above $41,000 in late evening Indian session. The International Monetary Fund on Tuesday cut its global economic growth forecasts for both 2022 and 2023, saying the economic hit from Russia's invasion of Ukraine will have a rippling effect across countries. Despite the pessimism, economists and investors remain confident that the US economy isn't likely to slip into a recession, even as the Federal Reserve hikes interest rates aggressively to cool inflation. Bitcoin traded higher amid positive technical signals and as investors scouted for alternative assets which offered a positive yield, especially after the US inflation climbed to a fresh 4-decade high of 8.4% last month. The dollar index, which tracks the strength of the greenback against a basket of major currencies, retreating from its 2-year high, also provided a boost to cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was recently trading around $41,500, little changed in the past 24 hours. Ether, the second biggest cryptocurrency, traded above $3,100, flat in the same time frame. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, warned in a report that countries like Russia and Iran may eventually use cryptocurrency mining to evade sanctions. The IMF report states that sanctioned countries could leverage their surplus energy supplies, which they cannot export, to power mining, a more energy-intensive way of validating crypto transactions. While mining could be used to bypass rules in the future, the practice in sanctioned countries is small today, according to the report. Although regulators say they are concerned about criminals using crypto to thwart rules, trading in rubles on exchanges has declined in recent weeks. Crypto exchange Coinbase's long-awaited NFT marketplace has launched in beta form for select customers after the exchange first unveiled plans for it in October. The beta NFT marketplace is accessible to everyone to view from today, but initially only select users will be able to buy or sell. Beta testers will be able to create a profile on the marketplace to buy and sell NFTs. They can use any self-custody wallet, including Coinbase Wallet and MetaMask. Coinbase won't charge transaction fees for a limited time. the exchange said, adding that it will eventually add fees in line with industry norms. Coinbase NFT for now only supports Ethereum-based NFTs and payments in Ether. Other crypto exchanges like Binance, FTX, and OKCoin have all launched NFT marketplaces recently. Mindtree Limited, a multinational IT company owned by engineering major Larsen & Toubro, has announced to increase its investment in the Metaverse space. Talking about the company's ambitions in the segment, Venu Lambu, Executive Director and President, Global Markets, said, "Metaverse is definitely one of the focus areas among emerging technologies. We have formed a task force under the Chief Technology Officer. The company intends to bring in the capabilities that are required for consulting and, at the same time, leverage its service capability to create more use cases for various industry groups on Metaverse." After Indian IT majors like TCS and Infosys, Mindtree is the latest entrant in the Metaverse bandwagon that is betting big in this space. Investors' optimism on the US Securities and Exchange Commission approving a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund or ETF as early as this year gathered momentum after the recent approval of a Bitcoin futures ETF in early April. The optimism stems from the fact that the latest approval received by Teucrium for the futures Bitcoin ETF was based on different laws. Teucrium filed its successful application under an act which will also regulate spot Bitcoin ETFs. Investors are now interpreting this approval as softening of SEC's earlier stance. Many crypto enthusiasts and investors had given up on the possibility of a spot Bitcoin ETF receiving an approval this year after the SEC rejected several applications on concerns over lack of investor protections and appropriate market surveillance. Applications from Bitwise, WisdomTree, Fidelity, and ARC21 shares, among others, have seen nothing but rejections or extensions of their applications. The National Basketball Association will begin minting its upcoming Ethereum NFT collection of 18,000 assets, called the Association, on Wednesday. NFTs are unique blockchain tokens that indicate one's ownership over an asset, like a piece of digital art. Each association NFT represents a real NBA player in this year's playoffs. There will be 75 NFTs of each player from the 16 different NBA teams participating. Notably, the association's NFTs won't cost NBA fans much. Its website states that the NFTs will be free to mint, but interested collectors will have to pay for the cost of gas fees on the Ethereum. While the NFT market as a whole is slowing down, interest in sports NFTs has persisted. Last week, the Gary Vaynerchuk-backed NFT basketball game, Swoops, announced a $3.5 million funding round to help build out its fantasy sports title on Polygon. Framework Ventures Management, a US-registered venture capital fund, said it completed the raising of $400 million for Fund F8. Half of the capital will go to blockchain gaming investments, with Web3 and decentralized finance as secondary areas of interest. Framework initially focused on DeFi because when the first fund launched in 2019, financial products suited the best for blockchains. However, subsequent innovations in Layer 2 and non-Ethereum blockchains have shifted interest towards blockchain gaming. Framework has a staff of 22, including 7 people who work in investments. The rest of the team is mostly engineers focused on running infrastructure, staking, and participating in DeFi markets. Well, that's all for the bulletin of this hour. Keep watching cryptoTV, India's first 24/7 streaming crypto channel. I'm Vinita Chatterjee, signing off.